Hey guys, welcome to the first segment of Cade takes pictures because he's bored at family events. So right now we are in Big Springs, Nebraska, which is way out west. You know, good stuff. And came out here, stole my aunt and uncle's camera, my grandmother's coat, and my grandfather's shoes so I could be well equipped to take whatever pictures I need to out here. Kind of an interesting backdrop we got here today. Everything is gray and dead, and everything is barren and kind of devoid of life, it looks like. So this should be fun to try and make look interesting. I will bring you guys along and kind of talk through it. Anyways, we are working with the Canon EOS. Just that's it. And I have a film counterpart to this that looks identical. But it's just got a little screen on the back. The autofocus is atrocious. I took some pictures last night with it. And it was an altercation, to say the least. Anyways, I'm just sitting in the nice warm car because it's like 20 degrees outside and my phone's almost dead. So let's go. Let's go. All right, so we had the first shot of the day, which was this guy back here. And I just really liked it because of the backlit grasses kind of had this cool glowing texture to them, and that contrasted with the dark burly wood in front I thought was a nice composition. So moving right along down the road. By far, my favorite thing I found out here is instances like this, where the grass has like been smushed down and is laying down. Because I just think that it's such like a interesting look to it. It almost reminds me of the water, and been trying to kind of capture that. I'm taking this slight break in the wind to talk a little bit about some of the pictures. A lot of the stuff out here reminds me heavily of like Roman Spatero and his work. I would love to see what he could do out here. And like, I don't know how film bro this is gonna sound of me, but like Andrei Tarkovsky's stuff, like a lot of this water stuff and playing around with textures has been a lot of the inspiration here. Am I just making up excuses for there being nothing but grass to take pictures of? Maybe, but I feel like there might be something to it, and I'm having a good time. We're heading back now for a few reasons, one of which is I realized that I only have like 5 shots left on the CF card on this camera. 2, I realized my shot variation was lacking. Is it because there are only 2 colors out here? Maybe, but also it just felt redundant. And everything out here just kind of looks like the Duster album art for that one album by Stratosphere. It's all just that. Anyways, also it's really cold, so we're going back to the car. This mailbox was the last shot I filled up on the CF card because it was the most color I could get in the frame out here at one time. Back at the car, I'm cold, I hurt my foot jumping over the fence. I'm calling it a day. We'll talk more about the pictures later, I think. So I look insane. Oh my god. Update video. I just saw a bald eagle flying over there. There are a few pictures I took that I didn't really talk about when I was there. Just dissect them right now. The first one is just of this road that kind of goes right off into the horizon. And you have that like tree right in the middle that I thought was a nice that kind of center point. I really like the leading lines in this one. You have the road splitting off towards the right all the way to the horizon, kind of leading you right down, and that horizon's kind of in like that lower third, so photography buffs can be happy at me that I use the rule of thirds in this one. I don't know, I think it's just a really well balanced picture because you know you have the road taking up most of the right side of the frame, then you have that little pool in the middle of the grass kind of balancing it out on the other side, and sort of that tree at the middle. Then you have that little hut way out in the background. I think it's for hunting, I don't even know, but gives it a nice sense of scale. So this next picture is kind of in a similar vein to the last one with the grass and the horizon line, and a lot of focus on like negative space, because I mean it's a pretty empty image. I mean everything in it, the sky, the grass, and even the sign is kind of just like a blank slate. That's kind of what I liked about it. Yeah, I hit this one with a flash to sort of get that washed out look on the reflective sign, which I've done before, and I just think it's a really interesting look. This next one is probably one of my favorites. It's kind of a basic shot, you could say. It's just of this frozen over little pond, and there's little water bubbles creeping out of it. But the thing I like about it is you really have to look at it for a while to get a sense of scale, because if you looked at it at first, I don't know, it looks like it could be almost from like an aerial shot, like a helicopter, but upon further inspection is just an up close look at a lake. And I don't know, it has some really interesting shapes and textures going on that I really enjoy. And this last one, I originally wanted to get more of the clouds in it, but it just didn't work out composition wise. I really like the triangular shape the grasses sort of make out, which I think is really, really nice and appealing. The orangey grass contrasts really well with that crisp blue sky. Then you have just a little hint of clouds in the very, very bottom of the frame. And again, it was kind of fun to play with scale on this one and shooting like down upwards at the plants to sort of get that impressive, resolute look to it. Overall, pretty epic images, if I do say so myself. Finishing out the video with the Sarah Cam. I don't know if you can hear her, but she wishes you all a wonderful rest of your day, and says thank you for watching the video.